Okay, welcome everyone. It is very nice to join Asprova User Day. I hope you are staying healthy. Greetings from Poland. My name is Tomasz Hodur. I'm a factory director at SOHBI Poland, mainly responsible for production. I would like to share the Asprova case from my factory. Shortly about the company. Main business profile is metal press stamping parts and tool as mold dies manufacturing. Actually, we are employing 250 co-workers located at 11,000 square meter factory area. We start our business in 2006 and we are certified in ISO 9001, 14001 and EATF. What we are doing in SCPL? Well, we are producing mentioned press stamped metal parts, mainly for automotive business. This is for engine support elements, steering column elements, airbags elements, seats elements, and air conditioner elements. Also, we start electric vehicle battery elements production. About the processes in my factory, we are doing deep drawing, threading, deburring, riveting, welding, washing, assembling, and design. We are also half-mast FFP2 producer. This is in textile business. Where do we deliver? This is whole European Union, like France, Germany, Czech, Slovakia, Hungary, Turkey, and local market, Poland. We have also experience with shipment to Mexico and USA. Our main customer list you can see on the screen. They are big demanding players. Every customer is experienced in risk analysis, forcing us to secure safety stock levels of finished goods, what is directly affect planning and company cash flow. Let me share basic input data for the planning in my factory. We have 278 material types, 6 of them are textiles. We have 61 core machines, can work independently or integrated in lines. Automated lines configuration is 16 types. We have 223 finished good codes. We are using 329 tools for production. Direct operator is 85 people. There is 8 types of processes. Semi-finished parts ratio is 8%. Warehouse raw material stock is 67%. Lead time for raw material delivery is from 6 to 24 weeks. We were losing more than 1,000 minutes every day for production lines retooling. We are working in 3-shift schedule, 5 days a week. About the process layout, you can see on the slide, this is example of the process map for one of the finished goods. The most interesting for our activities was to reduce quantity of buffered semi-finished parts on the production hall. Process forcing us to keep semi-finished parts for next step of production, marked by a triangle on the drawing. You can see the raw material stock. You can see semi-finished parts stock. And here you can see the finished goods stock. This is a safety stock for our customer. But why not to improve just-in-time system even more? To do this, we need to synchronize raw material delivery, raw material release from the warehouse, semi-finished parts balance between the processes, finished goods safety stock level control at the warehouse. For all of that, we need Asprova. What was the main target for Asprova? Raw material stock reduction, retooling management improvement, resource planning based on production plan, not production plan against unprecise ordered supplies based on fluctuating forecasts. Semi-finished parts stock reduction, discipline planning based on fact, independent from human humor, health condition, intuition. Planner stress level reduction. Planner as a strategic focus on process Kaizen, not as a firefighter for constant temporary problems. Planning time reduction. Long-term strategic planning. That is manpower, machine availability, and potential investment planning. The starting point for my factory was 67% raw material value relative to finished good value, 8% semi-finished parts ratio, 1,080 minutes daily lost on retooling, plan only for a few days ahead, 60% planning time wasted for daily supplies review and Excel handling routines. And at the end, it is always about the money to reduce mentioned lost costs. How it works? First of all, Asprova need to be strictly integrated with company's warehouse management system. In case of SCPL, it was Comarch CDN XL. Asprova need to see every warehouse movements, also need to be connected with customer purchase order system. SCPL case, it is simple Excel file from which we are exporting data to Asprova. Asprova need to be integrated with SQL databases from which it will gain information about actual production condition. Mainly production quantities. In the case of SCPL, we was digitalized already, so Asprova could use real-time data. For the process layouts, bill of materials, and correlation between processes, we can set it up in Asprova directly. One of the crucial points is to set up strategic conditions directly in Asprova. This is downtime planning, example, retooling and lead times, production targets, meaning production standards, and schedules, manpower availability and time availability. The most important for Asprova is hygiene in data and to keep it update. The role of planner is to keep an eye on the database updates and looking for new condition to be added in Asprova, which will optimize plan even more. From my experience, I can say that the biggest advantage for the planner is to not lose the time for scheduling in Excel file, meaning simple routines as it was before Asprova. Also, Asprova is using all program strategic conditions for scheduling constantly. Dividing planning for sub-processes, we could gain benefits as follow. Data gathering time reduction by 50%. Data analysis time reduction by 50%. Plan preparation by even 60%. Because of that, we finally have a time for strategy improvement and decision making, which is now 50% of planner work. Just to let you know, next slide, you can see example of raw material stock consumption plan in my factory. Because of long-term planning, Asprova will issue purchase order automatically to our purchase team, so they can download raw materials just in time to my factory, saving space and not freeze money for unprecise stock. Here you can see example of shortage of material, and we can act preventively to get material on time. Next, you can see the retooling schedule and manpower simulation based on production plan for one of the machines, so-called P41. The most important was to not let planning few retoolings in one time when there is only limited operators with specific knowledge who can physically do retoolings. Asprova is informed about manpower availability and always keep plan against this condition. Next page, you can see machine workload simulation and manpower shift simulation. Based on that, top management can make decisions about recruiting, bottlenecks, improvements, and investment. What is SHOBI Craft Poland result after 12 months of implementation? We could change the planning strategy from reactive to preventive. Finally, we have a time to optimize logistics based on planning. We decrease retooling time by 40%, and we know the future for at least next 6 months already. Before Asprova implementation, it was only few days range. Target for this year is to reduce raw material stock from 67% to 38% and semi-finished parts from 8 to 2%. With Asprova, we know it is feasible. Thank you for your attention, and please feel free to visit SHOBI Craft Poland. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. Thank you very much.